actually makes up 96% of the internet. And the first time I ever learned about the deep web, I remember I was told things like that it had a lot of illegal activity on the sites, but later I found out that actually wasn't true. So while the deep web has a lot of infamy behind its name, it's actually not what you think. Today I'll be talking to you guys about what the deep web is, what the dark web is, and why the deep web is good. So Rabia and Liliana in Understanding the Deep Web 2010 talk about how the deep web actually is 400 to 500 times bigger than the actual surface web itself, which, as you guys can see, the surface web itself consists of Google, Yahoo, and pretty much any website that you can use with like Google Chrome or any regular browser. Nicholas and Justin in Pirate Tales from the Deep 2018 talk about how the deep web, its anonymity actually helps, or it attracts some criminals known to make communities in them known as darknets. So while the deep web and the dark webs are different, let me explain to you guys what the dark web is all about. So in Jason on using the dark web to mitigate risk, 2018, talks about how since you can't really track people on the dark web, especially because they use Tor, which is a different type of browser. A lot of people start illegal services, and some of the services that they include are weapons, financial fraud, drugs. So a lot of things that markets in the regular surface web wouldn't be allowed. And Ahmed from Searching in Unknown Places talks about how in 2017 talks about how although a lot of these websites have a lot of illegal activity, the FBI is actually using new different techniques to track them down. So one of the most famous ones was actually the Silk Road, which was started by this guy, whose name online was Dread Pirate Roberts, yeah. And the Silk Road was really big because it sold all sorts of narcotics. It even said that it sold like assassins and stuff like that, although never confirmed. But even he got caught. He got caught at the Glen Park Library in San Francisco because the FBI was able to know his location. But even then, they couldn't just take him down. They had to grab his laptop and seize everything. So while the deep web attracts a lot of dangerous people, it's not, criminals can still be caught, and it's not exactly what it seems to be. There's a lot of good that comes from the deep web. So Cabin from the dark web, the dark web, it's not all dark, talks about how a lot of people actually use Tor and the deep web just for privacy alone. They're not explicitly doing any illegal activities, but they just want their own privacy so that they won't be tracked. And even Vladimir from the dark web, the good, the bad, and the ugly, talks about how a lot of the deep web has actually helped a lot of countries where the government kind of stops whatever they want to stop. So, for example, it helped in the Egypt and I think Iraq. When they were being suppressed, it helped the government. And even WikiLeaks with Edward Snowden. So while while the deep web seems like a bad, it's actually helps do a lot of good. So today I talked to you guys about what the deep web was, what the dark web was, and the good that came out of the deep web. And one of my suggested actions, if you guys want to try the deep web yourself, just download the browser. You can just go to that website right there, and yeah.